Hello everyone, my name is David. Welcome to part 3 of my question and answer videos. I do every single Monday and I'm answering people's questions from last Monday. Any questions you have, ask me today. Go down in the comment section. I will answer them next Monday, every single Monday. So this is part 3 and I got a few questions left. First one is from Kay in London. Hello. Thank you for your videos. You're welcome. I would like to ask you a question regarding a family member who is married to a narcissist. And despite their diagnosed depression, they still continue their toxic marriage to a covert narcissist. It's heartbreaking. I'm sure. It's awful. I'm sorry. Sorry for you and your whole family. My sister is a very good person, but very defensive, not open to any conversation about her husband, and her health has been deteriorating. My sister's children are very rude to her and have been trained to disrespect my sister by their father. How should I behave to support my sister and outsmart the narcissist? He is isolating my sister from myself and her own parents. Thank you, best from London. Such a sad situation. I'm very sorry. It's awful to see people that we care about and love being hurt, getting hurt. If someone you love and care about is doing something that is hurting themselves, and that's how this needs to be treated, right? I mean, marriage, children, years. She's been diagnosed with depression now. I don't know if she's getting help for that. I can't imagine she is, but she got diagnosed. I would imagine, and I hope that her doctors are also helping her have some clarity. So I think this sounds, let's treat this like an addiction, right? Because that's what it sounds like. And how do I know? Well, I know that's typically what's involved in relationships like this. But it sounds like it has become more important than you, her sister, her parents, her family, doesn't it? Seems like this is more important than her family, and that's what people do with addictions. Ask any ex-heroin addict, how important was their addiction? Or what was more important? Nothing. Drug addicts that I've known and I've talked to that used to be drug addicts and they're clean now and they have good awareness of how bad they were, they'll tell you how bad it was and how important their addiction was. And it overruled everything. I knew people that would sell their mother for $1 for a hit to get high. So she doesn't want to talk about it, right? I don't want to acknowledge my bad choices. I am choosing to stay in this, so I have to lie to myself. So don't give me awareness. Don't give me clarity. And I will minimize it. I will excuse it. I will make stuff up, whatever I have to do to keep this addiction. Number one, priority. And how do most people this bad change? By losing everything. At some point, help becomes enabling. Okay? I'm not saying that's what's going on here, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. My suggestion, advice, is you be emotionally responsible for yourself and realize how much this is hurting you, and then have some real wisdom to see what you can do. What the only thing you can do now is not see it anymore. You need to take care of you. She doesn't want to take care of her. There's nothing else you can do. So I would suggest an intervention, right? Just like we do for people whose lives are out of control and are using drugs and alcohol, right? Or maybe have an eating disorder that's out of control. Maybe they have whatever they're doing. Their behaviors are out of control. She's not in control of herself anymore. And we can't control adults, right? She's not breaking the law, right? Can't go to jail, So we try to intervene with lots of love, right? And I would write down, all of you separately, write down what you want to tell her. And I think the gist of it is basically, we are here for you when you decide you want this over. We cannot watch you suffer and die. We're not going to anymore. We love you. We're not turning our back on you. We just can't see it anymore. We're here when you decide it's over. And that doesn't mean, go in and move her out. You're outside the door when she takes that first step. You understand the difference? Because, well, she's not even talking to you. But what typically happens is, in these situations, is they'll call you up just to vent and go off about their partner and then hang up and go back to their partner, that kind of stuff. That's not helping them either. Don't even let them vent. Because they'll vent and feel better and then go back to their partner instead of venting to their damn partner, which they needed to do. All you can do is control yourself, right? You only have control of yourself. And you don't have to suffer from this as much. I know it's not going to make it 100% better to just not see it. But we can't see this. We can't see people we care and love suffer. It's negative. It's bad. It's ugly. It's atrocious. And if it's not going to stop, then you need to stop it. And the only thing you can stop is seeing it, right? I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. What's helped me a lot, and I said this, I think, last week, is now that I've gone through this experience and I'm so much better off now, that I don't see it as traumatic as it was anymore. And therefore, I'm okay, and I know you guys are going to be okay. So just like a parent watches their children fall and not try to stop every single thing they do, just let them fall, you're going to have to let her fall hard. Big changes like this come with loss or fear of loss. So maybe the intervention saying, we're going to step away from your life that is so unbearable, we can't see it anymore. Maybe that fear of loss is enough. Or maybe she does have to lose everyone. Because if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. What are you going to do? I bet you've tried everything. I don't have any other solutions to outsmart the narcissist. You can't. You can't. She's already addicted to him. Any effort you make to come in between that, she'll get rid of you. If she has to. So I can keep getting that addiction. She's confused. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't sound like she's in control very much of her life. So you're going to have her make a huge decision. So help her make that decision. Make it bigger. Make it easier. Instead of just keep enabling her and keep being there for her. I know that's harsh. I know that it may be called tough love, but you've got to take care of you, not her. You can't. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Thank you and good luck. Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. I have just had my first session of talk therapy and came away feeling dreadful as the lady kept ticking a multi-choice questionnaire. The answers being from anxious to suicidal. It felt impersonal and invasive as she almost hid the questionnaire under the desk, then showed it after the session. Is this normal procedure? Well, Vanessa, I wouldn't know what normal procedure is for therapists. I do know that different therapists have different approaches. I do know that a very common thing that therapists do in the beginning is assess you. They want to get to know you. They want to get to know where you are, what you need, right? So there might be a couple more sessions like this. I would communicate with them how it made you feel. Maybe they can help you understand better. Ask them. I can't answer that for you, but they can. I would recommend keep trying if you can. If it's just feels too bad with this therapist, find another one. Don't give up. Do not stop there. Don't you do that. Don't you just go to one therapist and be like, I don't like this. I'm done. Like everybody else. Don't do that. Okay? Good for you. Good for you for doing it. Good. Good. I'm sorry if the experience was really bad. Try not to be too scared. Okay? You know? And you can go get a second opinion. You can just go see another therapist. But we got to start getting established with one person. It helps. You know, they need to get to know you. It's real common to see a therapist. The first time you don't even see them. It's an intern asking you questions and stuff, and then gives it to the therapist for your next session, stuff like that. Very common. It's good that someone wants to get to know you. Sun Girl from Houston, Texas. Hello. David, love your videos and enjoy watching every Monday. Thank you. Wanted to ask you if you could talk more about borderlines, because borderlines are very confusing and they can hide it very well for a while. My ex-BPD husband would test me big time in the beginning of relationships to see what I would do, and stared a lot. Why do borderlines stalk, and why is he stalking one of my family members after he discarded me and I haven't gotten hoovered and no contact on both sides? It's so weird. Yeah, borderlines can be pretty weird, their behaviors for sure. This is all about emotional instability. They're unstable. They have tons and tons of emotions and they can't regulate them. Polarizing, massive emotions. It causes impulsivity. It causes them to behave in manners that aren't who they are, and regret and shame, and they lose total sense of who they are. They idealize like crazy. Borderlines, no matter what, wherever they haven't been, it's better there. Whoever they don't know yet is amazing. So they would test you. Yeah, they do. Totally. I dated a borderline female for like 2 weeks, something like that. And out of nowhere, she just turned around and punched me in the mouth. It was just out of nowhere. So it was so shocking. And I left, never talked to her again. But it took me years to realize what that was. She was testing me. You going to leave me? Well, if I hit you in the mouth and you stay, all right. Emotional dysregulation, fear of abandonment, borderline. Those are the two biggest, okay? So that's what you have here. Massive fear of abandonment. Cannot regulate emotion. Massive impulsivity. Don't know who I am. People that study people so much don't know who they are very well, I think. So, you know, the staring at people all the time, studying them, mirroring them, copying people, sharing opinions all the time, can't form your own, stuff like that, man. Lost sense of self. Just want to make sure I'm answering your question. Why do borderlines stalk? They don't know how to relate to people and talk to them and ask for what they want. They don't have the confidence to try. They have real hard times relating to people. Real massive, massive shame. I know I'm sounding like narcissist, very similar. Why is he stalking a family member of yours? Usually that kind of behavior is, I can't control you, so I'm controlling people around you, trying to. He obviously can't process what happened in this relationship very well. It's scary. That kind of impulsivity and stuff, it scares me. I'm not saying you should be scared for your physical safety. It's just that they're so unpredictable, so impulsive. You don't know what they're going to do next. If you need more clarity on that, just ask me, please. Yoli. Hope I'm saying that right. From Australia. Hello. David, you're amazing. Thank you. Your videos continually help me to remain strong. When I begin to weaken on my no contact stance, it helps you remain strong when you remain on your no contact stance. Thank you. Good to hear. Thanks for telling me. My question is, my ex-narc monster said to me that love and hate are the same thing. You can absolutely love and adore something and at the same time totally despise and loathe it. What did he mean by that? Well, it's not like they understand, right? He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Love and hate something. How do you do that? How? Those are absolutely polarizing emotions. That's like saying, I'm so happy and I'm so sad right now. So happy, so sad. No. Real stable. I love you and I hate you. If someone told me that, I'd pick one. And that's not the kind of love I want. That's the kind of hate I expect. So I would imagine he just hates you. That there's something else going on that he's calling love. And it ain't love. I don't think he knows what love is. When listening to someone talk and it's this confusing, usually it's because the person talking is confused. Yeah. But I'll never know what he means. I'll never know. I don't think he does. And another piece of advice, he's not a monster. I know. I'm not trying to dismiss what he did. Anything. Trust me. For your benefit, try to understand him as a human being. Because when you just chalk it up as monster, it's saying, I'm not going to understand. I don't wish to understand him. He's just a monster. It's not going to help you. The more mature we get, emotionally mature, the more we understand people. And the more people we understand. Try to understand. You'll heal from this if you understand. You will. If you leave it as he's a monster, it's always going to feel bad. Okay? If you got attacked by a monster, then yeah, that's not going to feel good forever. If you were abused by your boyfriend, that's what happened. Okay? I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to minimize that at all. Hope you understand that. I don't even know what went on in your relationship. Sounds pretty bad. So, I hope that makes sense. I would not know, it's kind of hard to understand what most narcissists mean. Watch, what's his name? Who's the narcissist? Well, there's a few narcissists in YouTube, but Sam Vaknin, he can be pretty hard to understand. You know why? Because he's a narcissist. He lacks awareness. He's trying to explain to you himself when he doesn't really fully understand himself. If he had that much awareness, probably wouldn't be a narcissist. Probably wouldn't be in an abusive relationship. He's married and he abuses his wife. I've seen it. So, not personally, I've seen it on TV. There's video of him abusing his wife and abusing other people. And then he sits and tries to tell you how much he understands it. No, he doesn't. No. I don't think so. I don't think he fully understands. If he understood so much, he wouldn't need to abuse people. If he understood so much, he would find a better, healthier, and a way that, to get what he needs, but a way that actually works. I doubt he gets what he needs by abusing his wife. Right? It's not just the hard way of getting what you need. It doesn't work. So, hope that makes sense. That's the end of the Q&As. All 3 of them. Thank you very much, guys. I put a lot of effort into these. If you guys could just push a couple buttons and help me make these videos bigger so they reach out to people who need this information, or at least be directed in the right place to get the right information they need. What you could do is just vote. Up or down, tell me why, ask me a question, suggestion. Subscribe to my channel. I notice a lot of people ask me questions and aren't even subscribed to my channel. It's the least you can do. Please, if I'm answering your questions, if I'm offering any kind of benefits for you, could you just hit the subscribe button, please? I would love it so much. Thank you. That's it, guys. Take care of yourselves. Love yourself first, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.